Hey everybody! Today we have last night I went to this movie. It was a animated cartoon first, and they actually made two of them. And I don't think I've seen either one of the animated cartoons, How to Train Your Dragon or How to Train Your Dragon 2. So we went to see How to Put a Dragon on a Train last night. Oh, I meant How to Train Your Dragon. Dragon train, let's put the dragon on a train. And for $30, the combo for the unlimited popcorn and unlimited drinks, I refilled this thing like 4 times, and this thing like 3 times. I got this, man, the prices be going up, I swear, because back in the day when I was like a teenager, this combo would have been like $10. Then later, when I become a young adult, it was like $20. And now it's like $30 for the same metal tin and cool looking dragon cup. Dragon cup. It's a cool dragon cup. So, they had like a tumbler. They wanted $20 for like the little tumbler. So this is way cooler than that tumbler was anyway. This little dragon cup right here. Dragon cup of Toothless. This is Toothless. The Night Fury. Toothless. So we went to see it. It was great. It was the live action version of it. It was awesome. It was great. It was a good movie. Go watch it. And check out this cup. If y'all got like an extra $30 to spend and you go to Malco, you can probably get this cup. It was a cool multiple love story actually, and it was actually a pretty good Father's Day story because I mean, honestly, it was a pretty good Father's Day type story because Hollywood didn't put men down for a change in the movie. The main heroes were men. They were Viking men. And you had the father-son relationship thing going on between Hiccup and his dad. And then you had this other dad and this other kid, and they finally made up and became father and son. A dad that really had nothing to do with his son, who all he really ever wanted, besides trying to get with the girl, of course, the other guy, not Hiccup, which Hiccup does get with the girl. So it was both a Father's Day pro-man, masculine story. It was also had a love story between, it was also a uniting story where united the dragons with the people. And it was a love story on multiple ways because it was a love story of dragons, of Hiccup and Toothless, the Night Fury. It was also a love story between Hiccup and Astraf. Anyway, the girl, whatever her name is. I think it's Astraf or something. Anyway, the girl, right? So so it had that love story, and then it had the love story between him and his father. So it was actually a something that came out of Hollywood that was actually pro-masculine, and it kind of had the Vikings glorifying war and fighting, but then it brought about peace with dragons and Vikings because the dragons were being controlled by this super giant evil bad dragon. And once they got rid of the super evil bad dragon, the dragons were like good and peaceful and friendly with humans. So it was kind of the humans' fault for fighting the dragons because the dragons were being controlled by a super bad evil dragon. But it was also the dragons' fault because they couldn't control themselves because the queen dragon or king dragon or whatever, alpha dragon, was literally controlling them. and they had no, they just didn't have any free will and willpower. But then when they had free will and willpower, they made friends with humans, which is cool. So it's a story of how, I guess, the big shot leaders can keep two opposing forces of nations at war with each other for their own purposes, and how if we get rid of maybe one leader, or we listen to each other and we come along, maybe the two different sides can find a way to peacefully coexist between one another. So, yeah. So, like, because at the end, the humans and the dragons are getting along. So, yeah. Anyway, it's a good movie. And I'm pretty sure that I can't really spoil it because it's literally based off of it's a live action remake, basically based off of the original animated cartoon that came out, 10 years ago or something? I don't know. Anyway. And then they made 2 of them. So I'm pretty sure that if you saw the original cartoon version, that you know what was going to happen in it. And I'm pretty sure most people already knew what was going to happen in it, because when you do a remake of a live action of a cartoon or animated show, people have already seen parts of the animated show or the whole animated show. So you can't really, and you got to keep the same story, so you can't really change much. Because if you do change much, you make it worse, not better. Because people are just wanting nostalgia. They're just wanting what they had from the cartoon when they were a kid and now they're adult. See, because that's who was in the theater. Seriously, all the people that were in the theater were teenagers and young adults. One, because it's summer and they ain't got nothing else to do, I guess. But except for go to the movies. But they were in the movie. I mean, the theater wasn't packed, but it was a lot of people in there. And the majority of the people that were in the theater were teenagers and young adults who probably saw the first and second one when they were kids, like with their parents. And now they're teenagers and young adults watching the live action version. So basically, you're just rooting the nostalgia, trying to make the money off of the kids now that they're grown up. That's basically what you do in Hollywood. But I will have to give props for Hollywood not making a basically woke version of it, not trying to make it female empower, feminism. You have the one female girl, and she basically is tough, bad girl, but she still falls in love with the geek, nerd, dweeb dude. And she's still feminine. She's bad, she's tough, but she's also still got those feminine qualities, which is good to have. And that's not much change. She got that little orphan Annie type story going on with her too. That she has no mom, she has no dad, she's an orphan, and she has hopes for the throne. Well, she's probably going to get the throne because her and Hip Cup are going to be the next tribal leaders, because why not? Anyway, go see the movie. If you haven't, and if you did see the movie, comment down below that you said you saw the movie. Of course, I go on Tuesdays, which is half price day, so go see the movie. Or Batman will punch, stop, in the name of the law. Go see the movie. Go see the movie, or I'll quite chop you. Anyway, later. Have a great day. Remember, God's good all the time. All the time. God is good. Keep on gaming. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. Oh, yeah. And I showed these off and they got a bunch of views, so. So, yeah. Now, I'm not sure why they didn't, because there was like 5 different dragons. Why there's only 3 of them, I don't know. Because there should be 5. Because there was the 2-headed dragon. There's 5 kids, or 5 dragon riders. There's a 2-headed dragon. There's this dragon. Oh, there's a little baby dragon. So, well, they didn't do nothing with the little baby dragon. There's the other dragon. There's like 5 different dragons. So why they only made 3 dragon toppers, I don't know. Dragon tops. It's a bunch of dragon tops. Anyway. I wonder if they're going to do How to Train Your Dragon 2 in live action remake. Probably depends on how much money they make off of this one. Anyway, have a great day, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Laters!